From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN Noon News.
Good afternoon and welcome to your MTN Noon News for this Tuesday. It's good to be with you. I'm Don Hudson. We want to begin with a tragic story out of Helena. A woman was killed and a man injured after a car that the Montana Highway Patrol was actually pursuing crashed into their East Helena home. William Bart Stewart has been identified as the suspected driver of that car. MTN's Madeline Heath has the latest.
An East Helena woman was killed Saturday night in her home after a vehicle being pursued by the Montana Highway Patrol crashed into the building. A witness MTN spoke with, who didn't want to be identified, described the event.
It's horrible. I mean, we live here. We're supposed to be safe.
52-year-old William Bart Stewart is facing 3 felonies: vehicular homicide while under the influence, fleeing or eluding a peace officer causing serious bodily injury or death, and criminal endangerment. The incident began with Montana Highway Patrol, but the Lewis and Clark County Sheriff's Office is investigating the incident.
The in-car camera and found that consistent with the statement of the trooper. And thus far, we're not finding anything that is alarming.
According to court documents, an MHP trooper observed an Audi A7 hit a curb on Canyon Ferry Drive. Shortly after 11 p.m., the trooper initiated a suspected DUI traffic stop in the area of Muscle Road and Highwood Road. The trooper reported a passenger exited the vehicle and the driver fled southbound on Lake Helena Drive. The trooper reported his radar display the Audi's speed at 115 miles per hour. At the T-intersection of Lake Helena Drive and Old Highway 12, the vehicle continued straight and crashed through the fence and into an adjacent home. Dutton said 69-year-old Terry Lamping was killed inside the home and a 76-year-old man was injured and was flown to an advanced care facility. Stewart was also injured.
He was injured in this crash. He was taken to St. Peter's Hospital, treated and released.
Stewart was then taken to the jail for processing. The passenger of the Audi told law enforcement the defendant had about 14 to 15 alcoholic beverages prior to driving the passenger home from an area bar. Stewart also has 4 previous DUI convictions. His bond was set at $500,000 and an arraignment in district court is scheduled for December 16th. MTN reached out to MHP about the incident and they said they had no one available for interview, but provided information about their pursuit policy, which you can find on our website. Reporting in East Helena, Madeline Heath, MTN News.
In preparation for more winter weather, the popular scenic byway over the Bighorn Mountains in Wyoming will close on Monday. US 14A, that's a 22-mile stretch of road in north-central Wyoming, historically closes at the end of the fall hunting season as heavy drifting snow can take its toll. Now, the road closure gates are located at Burgess Junction and on the level side of the mountain near milepost 76. The Wyoming Department of Transportation crews will make one final sweep of that road before officially closing it at noon on Monday. I was just out there about a month ago on that road. All right, that's a sign of winter weather, that's for sure. Now working its way across the state this week. We're checking in with meteorologist Jason Stiff as temperatures continue to dip and snow starts to fall.
And good Tuesday afternoon, everyone. We had a quick shot of some rain and snow around Montana and northern Wyoming the last day or so. We're between storms right now, looking outside live in Helena. Mostly sunny, and it's a little bit cool, but it is 30 degrees. More sunshine there than in the Missoula area. It is warmer, 31 degrees. We've already had some snow in the mountains around the Missoula area and some rain in the lower elevations. Had some snow earlier yesterday in Butte, but it's not very warm right now. Only 27 degrees in the mining city. Had some very strong winds, some thunder snow yesterday afternoon around the Gallatin Valley. Now some snow on the ground. Currently 29 degrees and more snow over Bozeman Pass too. More snow is also coming. Your forecast coming up.
A video of a close encounter between a man and wolves in Yellowstone National Park has gone viral. And while millions have seen the video, thousands are criticizing the man for the dangerous decision. This afternoon, we talked to the man who captured that moment on camera and an expert who knows how to view wolves properly. Here's Will Wagner with that story.
Keith Curbs was watching wolves at Yellowstone National Park when he saw a man getting very close to them. That's when he began snapping photos like this one and recording a video that has since gone viral, sparking outrage.
I will be honest with you, when I was recording it, I actually had the thought that, like, this could go viral. I mean, it did occur to me, but then I was just like, oh, who am I? Who's what? I'm nobody. And then to see it go like this has been like, oh, this is kind of crazy.
We can only show you the photos Curbs took that day because we don't have rights to the video. Curbs says he and other wolf watchers were several hundred yards away. He says he was able to capture what he called an extremely dangerous decision because he was using a 500mm lens.
I saw movement and saw this guy walking towards the wolves, and I'm like, what is he doing? I really don't know what his motivation was. I mean, it seemed like you would be asking for a disaster if you walked close, to a bunch of wolves.
Emil McCain is the founder of Yellowstone Wildlife Tours and organizes safe wolf encounters as part of his job. McCain says the wolves were 6 months old, an age where they begin to learn they are top predators. While there has not been a wolf attack in the park before, McCain agrees a disaster was very possible in this circumstance.
This was one situation where those wolves were curious about him. They approached him not knowing what he would do, and it could have ended very poorly for everybody involved.
While tours are a great way to encounter wolves in Yellowstone, not every visitor can take advantage of the opportunity. McCain says there are still tools to help tourists see wolves clearly at a safe distance.
We stay along that road corridor where we are not venturing into their space, but we stay at a respectful distance, and we use either binoculars, which we supply for all of our guests, as well as high-powered spotting scopes.
Will Wagner, MTN News.
Again, Curbs has a copyright on that video with Storyful. That's why we could only show you the photos he took. That said, several news companies, including CBS, have paid for it and put it on their YouTube channels. We have a link to that video with this story on our website. Billings Clinic and Logan Health officially joined together in September of 2023 to form a new unified health system across the state of Montana. On Monday, the board of directors announced the organization's new CEO starting January 1st. MTN's Sean Wells has details.
Starting January 1st, Dr. Clint Seeger will formally take over as CEO of Billings Clinic Logan Health after serving as co-CEO for the last 18 months.
It should be a seamless transition for everyone in both the organizations as well as across the community.
Dr. Seeger joined Billings Clinic in 2008 and was named the healthcare system's chief medical officer in 2014 and became CEO of Billings Clinic in 2022.
I'm a family medicine physician, rural physician by background, and have worked across Montana and Wyoming with many partners. And so I think that experience for me has really helped in this unique health system that we have.
Under his leadership, Seeger says a goal of his is to expand healthcare services across the state, making sure patients can remain in Montana to receive the care they need.
By combining our resources, we can do a better job in bringing and elevating care for our region.
Billings Clinic Logan Health System board member Jane Karras says Dr. Seeger is the right fit to lead Billings Clinic Logan Health into the future.
Clint's very collaborative, and his ability to bring people together will help continue to build the system and make sure as we provide our services across the region that we're able to do that in the best way possible.
In Kalispell, Sean Wells, MTN News.
This week, the Billings City Council approved a new short-term contract with the Yellowstone Valley Animal Shelter, or YVAS, continuing services through June 30th of next year. This means a new agreement will be up for question next summer instead of continuing through the entire year as originally planned. Now, the new deal is only a continuation of services, as the shelter does remain committed to moving and focused on getting settled in its new location. This contract comes after the incinerator incident sent meth smoke into the previous facility, sending more than a dozen YVAS employees to the hospital. The city does say that the building on Monad has been cleared for use, but they are unsure when or if anyone will move back into that facility. And Newman Restoration came to the facility's rescue in the past couple of months, dedicating about 450 hours to the specialized cleaning and recovery effort. Now they are leaving the animal shelter with a lasting gift, a parting gift you could call it, donating $10,000 to the Pause and Rebuild Capital Campaign. Shelter staff saying that the gift will help bring YVAS closer to building a new state-of-the-art shelter that better will serve the region's animals and families. Over the weekend, we saw a great game between the Montana Grizzlies and the Montana State Bobcats. Now, 2 Bobcats are earning recognition for their stellar play in the 124th Brawl of the Wild. Our Grace Lawrence has the story.
MTN Sports' Grace Lawrence here outside Bobcat Stadium, greeted by some pretty intense snowfall this Monday. But it was a big win over the weekend for Montana State when they took down number 2 Montana in Wa Grizz in the 124th Brawl of the Wild. Both Justin Lamson and Caden Dowler earned themselves Big Sky Player of the Week. Lamson had a 90% completion rate and 175 yards through the air on Saturday. He totaled 2 touchdowns in the win. Surprisingly, this is the first Offensive Player of the Week for Montana State, despite having one of the best units in the conference throughout Big Sky play. In fact, Lamson did not throw an interception throughout conference play. Dowler, a Billings native, earned his 3rd Big Sky Defensive Player of the Week in a row on Monday. He also earned a National FCS Defensive Player of the Week honors from Stats Perform. On the season, Dowler has 78 total tackles, 50 solo to lead the Cats, who have the 7th-ranked scoring defense in the FCS. Both have built a case for Offensive and Defensive Big Sky Player of the Year, along with Newcomer of the Year for Lamson, which will come out later this week. The team has a bye this Saturday and then returns home for the playoffs in Bobcat Stadium. They'll be taking on either Yale or Youngstown State. In Bozeman, Grace Lawrence, MTN Sports.